right, welcome everybody. I want to talk about listings. One of the things that I get asked all the time is, "Hey, how do I do a listing? Is more pictures or less pictures better? More description, less description?" Well, I'm gonna give you kind of a format. I'm big on formulas where things are kind of fill in the blank. Well, each boat's a little bit different, so I can't tell you specifically what to write in your description, but I can give you some best practices that will be valuable. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna show you a listing here that I think is awful, and unfortunately, it's a type of listing that I see too often. This is a 2001 Viking. Just I pulled it up at random on Yacht World. It's a $500,000 boat, and if you notice, we've got one photo of the profile, which is a good picture. This is a great picture to have, but there's only this one picture, okay? As you scroll down and you look at the description, you have the basics, and then you have the maintenance, which is good to have, complete bottom job, which is good to have. Please call for more information and a showing. And then you have their contact information. I really should have kept that out of it to protect the guilty. But so that is a poor listing. Now, I don't know. Maybe this listing just came in. They haven't had a chance to get the photos yet. They haven't had a chance to write up the description, but they wanted to get it online. I'm not sure. But what I am sure of is that this listing is going to be very unsuccessful. So that's what a typical, I say typical, that's what a poor listing looks like. But it's not far off from the typical. Now, some brokers are real good about getting a bunch of photos, very good photos, good clean photos. Some are very good about writing a nice, full, accurate description. But here are a couple key points I want you to think about. Think about the mentality of your prospects that are looking at these, right? They are researching. They're not going to buy the boat because of the listing, but the listing is there to entice action, to generate a lead, right? Remember, that's what your whole online presence is for, is to generate a lead. So how do you best maximize the lead generation from these listings? It's one of the areas of your brokerage business that is looked at most often by the highest probability prospect, because the only reason I'd be looking at this 2001 convertible Viking is because it was the type of boat that I'm interested in owning. Now, I'm not talking about qualified to own, not talking about ready to own, but it's the type of vessel that I would be interested in owning. So of the entire population of the world, that person is more highly coveted than the general population. Now, if we can get them to take an action, then that means they've even gone up a little bit higher in their value to us, right? So how do you do that? Well, the first thing is have as many pictures as you can, excellent pictures. Show off the boat. Show off all of the features of the boat and make sure that they're good pictures. They're good photos. I'm not saying you have to go out and hire a photographer, but take good quality photos that represent the boat the best way possible. Now, when it comes to the description, when you write your description, be as descriptive as possible. Be as detailed, and again, write it from the prospect's point of view. Put them in the boat. Put them in the lifestyle. Sell the dream. Sell the dream in your description. Yes, you want to talk about all the wonderful features they have, but you also want to hit on some of the major benefits. And a feature is the what it has, but the benefit is what it can do for you. So don't just put that it has, I don't know, that it has twin generators, but talk about why that's important, and pick out the big things. You can't do that for everything. At a certain point, you do just have to list the options, but try to pick 2 or 3 things that are really the reason to buy this boat. Kind of picture We talked about it before, but the avatar, picture the perfect person who might buy this boat. What's their dream? What do they envision when they own this boat? You know, it may not be necessarily exactly what they do with it, but when they're shopping for a boat, when they're envisioning themselves owning this boat, what does that lifestyle look like? And then pick out a couple features that are really going to add to that and put them in the moment, and then list all the other details, okay? Remember $100 messages. Go look at what all of the other similar price range type in your area, look at what those listings look like, and make yours different, okay? Make yours different. Make it stand out. And another tip that you may want to do, whoever's writing your descriptions, could be the brokers, maybe you have somebody in-house that does it, go to the, I think it's in the more good info section. There's two little pieces on writing. One of them is the double readership path, and the other is just a little a one-pager that gives you some tips and some words to use. Check those things out and reference those as you're writing your descriptions. That'll help you stay on the track of being $100 message focused. The next is have video. Go to the Ninja Video Marketing System and find out how I show you to do the video boat walkarounds. Use YouTube, make it real easy, but don't stop with just the video boat walkaround. You're really selling yourself short if you don't also add a sales message on the end, talking about the value adds, what makes you unique and different, and then offering your lead magnets. Now, I'm gonna throw in an extra lead generation tool here at this point because it's very appropriate for listings, and it should probably be in your video sales letter, which I think we go through next week in the toolkit. But here it is. Offer a VIP watch list. And the way I described mine was, if this isn't the right boat for you or you're not ready, join my VIP, I call mine the VIP pre-owned watch list. Join my VIP watch list, and I will keep you up to date on the market for similar vessels. Let me know what you're looking for, year, make, model, price range. Give me the details, and I will keep you up to date on all of the potential vessels that fit your need. Email me your information or direct them to a page on your website where you collect this information, a squeeze page, essentially. You're going to collect more detailed information from them, and now you've just created a high-quality lead. That addition right there, not just call me for a showing on this boat, but join my VIP pre-owned watch list. Now, if you have issues with this from your sellers, tell your sellers, listen, this is actually in the best interest of you. I know you want me to sell your vessel, but the more prospects I have, the more likely I'm going to have somebody that's interested in your vessel. Because just because they look at your vessel doesn't mean that they're going to buy your vessel. But guess what, Mr. Customer? Just because they look at another one that I have listed, another one that I have online, doesn't mean that that one's the right one for them. Your boat may be a better option for them. And if they've joined my VIP pre-owned watch list, I can now have the opportunity to offer them your vessel, so it actually is a benefit to you. And when you explain it that way, you can usually get over any issues with that. But call to join my VIP pre-owned watch list, email me, go visit this website. Now, I know each individual site provider has their own rules about adding links and making offers and things like that. At a minimum, you can do that in the video because they're not going through and watching the videos. I know that for a fact from my personal experience and my client's experience. So you can make those offers in the video. And you can try to get by with making those offers in the listing description as well. But remember, anytime you make an offer, anytime you have that call to action, just be clear and concise. Let them know exactly what you want them to do, where to go, how to do it. Avoid anything that's clever. Just be straight up, clear and concise. Here's what I want you to do. Step 1, call me. Step 2, give me the information. Step 3, I will send you the details on the vessel that may be right for you. That's a free service. Just added one more lead generation technique to your listings. So there you go. Lots of photos, great photos, video with a sales message on the end with call to actions. And it could be multiple calls to action, could be 2, maybe 3. I wouldn't go more than 3, but you can definitely offer the setup a showing, the VIP watch list, and the appropriate lead magnet, or offer all of your lead magnets at a certain website. Descriptive $100 message listing description using the formatting and clear and concise conversational language. Put the prospect in the ownership position using feature benefit statements, not just feature statements, but feature benefit statements. And then definitely add the call to action, the calls to action where you can. One other little technique to make your listing stand out is all of the listings show the boat, the features of the boat. I'm going to encourage you to take one more photo, which is you and the boat. You and the boat is going to match up your face and that vessel, and they'll make somewhat of a connection there. It's just one other little photo that you can do that shows you with that vessel. It kind of makes it more credible that for you as the listing agent, that you know the ins and outs of the boat. You've actually been to that vessel. These photos aren't 3 years old. As I was looking around finding this listing, I found one that had pictures and the date on it was something 2012. Now, if I'm a shopper, if I'm a prospect looking, I'm instantly going to assume that that boat now looks awful, because otherwise, why wouldn't they have fresh photos? Same thing if you don't have enough photos. Hey, why do they only have one picture of this boat? That probably tells me that when you really get up close and look at some of the details, it's kind of sketchy, and they're going to click right on to the next one. Remember, when they're looking at these listings, they've got another 50 of them that came up in the search to show it to them. So keep that in mind as you're doing everything. Make sure yours stands out. Don't be me too. Don't be me too marketing. Make sure yours is unique, different, and do some extra things with the photos, the video, the description, and the formatting of the description, but then also the most important, the call to action. So there you go. That's the listing. If you would like, send me, as you get new listings, feel free to send me the listing and I'll make some recommendations to you. I'll make some suggestions. Would love to see them. Just email me the link or the information to support@boatdealerprofits.com. There you go. That's listing. We'll see you in the next segment of the toolkit. Take care.